Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome once again to another MSGBO2 Tidbits. Today we're going to be covering the Zaku Flipper. With me, as always, my co-host. Hello, Sertlad.
Hello there. Shirtlad here.
How are you doing
So,
today?
yeah, doing great. It's been a little more hectic since I've put some more work on my to-do list with the both crossbone stuff and IRL stuff and uh, but juggling aside, let's get to the unit in question. So the Zaku Flipper, also known as the Walking Bottoms reference, though I'm not sure if Bottoms came first. Okay, I'm going to sneak look it up. In the meantime, tell us, shall we go over the stats?
Oh, of course. Well, this time I've done a little bit of a different thing, as probably people will notice. Those that have been following the GBO2 adapting AE units to GBO2 probably have seen this kind of a setup. So we're going to look over it really quickly, as we always do. So, let's begin. The Zaku Flipper is a 300 raid that is a 2-star. It's compatible with both ground and space, meaning it can go both in space and ground for combat. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We're looking at 12,000 HP, 11 ballistic and beam resistance, 8 melee resistance, 28 range strength, 17 melee strength, 125 movement speed, 200 top speed, 65 thruster gauge, 60 turning speed, a melee priority of 2 aka medium, and special counter is the knee into double fist slam on the back. For parts and part slots, we're looking at the 6 close range, 7 medium, and 7 long range. For its skills, we're looking at high performance balancer, maneuver armor level 1, both of them, melee combo controller level 1, high performance radar level 2, what a voice crack I just had, observational detailing level 1, stealth level 1, anti stealth level 3, jamming level 2, anti jamming level 2, precision analysis system level 1, and assault booster and high spec comeback both at level 1. Let's talk a little bit about this unit, shall we?
All right, got it selected in the game. So just give me a second because I've accidentally picked the level 2. So the level 1 Zaku Flipper comes with an option to choose out of 3 weapons. That is the MMP-78 Zaku machine gun in both standard ammo and anti-air round variations. Then there's of course the Zaku bazooka, is the standard with a lot of Zaku type mobile suits. Its primary melee is the blow, and as its sub-weapons, it comes with a camera gun, which is very similar to the Zaku Recon type's camera gun. One might even say nearly identical. Then there's the Sturmfaust and the MMP-78's grenade launcher. Should you pick the MMP-78 instead of the bazooka, which I'm running the entire one.
Let's look really
All
quickly
right,
at the
so
let's look really
yeah,
quickly at the stats of the weapon, shall we?
of course. So the the standard Zaku machine gun, it has 173 power, 50 ammo, and the range of 250 meters. It has 0-second cooldown time, given that it's fully automatic, and it has a. Let me switch real quick to a setup that has no upgrades. It's 7 seconds of waiting. Then there's of course the Zaku bazooka with 1250 damage per shot, 10 ammo, range of 375 meters, 6.7 second cooldown time, and a reload of 12. As for the anti-air Zaku machine gun, we got the 750 power, 6 rounds, cooldown time of 0 seconds, because this one is, if I recall, it one's a burst fire one, and has a reload time of 10 seconds. Now for the sub-weapons, we got the camera gun, which basically has just one shot, and then you have to wait 15 seconds to use it again. It has a range of 500 meters, which is a fairly long range. At that range you're basically sniping, if anything. We got a neat little Sturmfaust, which probably has from the Zuda. At least, in terms of stats, as displayed by the range of 200, a reload of 15 seconds, power of 2400, and a single round. And as for the aforementioned grenade launcher, it has the power of 700 points of damage, 1 ammo, the range of 325, and the reload of 15 seconds.
Now, to talk about things that are not really visible in the game, first of all, the MMP-78 machine gun grenade launcher, or at least the variation that carries the grenade launcher, has 4% build-up stun, meaning that you need to land 25 out of the 50 rounds of the MMP-78 machine gun. I keep saying Zaku machine gun out of habit. The Stormfast is an instant, but it also has an 80% build-up. The MMP-78 grenade launcher itself is an instant again, but 50% build-up as well. So even if you do not stun them, combining the Stormfast into the grenade launcher usually will break maneuver armor. A Zaku Bazooka is again an instant with 80% build-up stun. But here's the kicker: the MMP-78 DN anti-air variant has 55% stun build-up, which makes it one of the best options to have for building up stun, since you are already getting twin stuns in the Stormfast and the grenade launcher. Also, the blow melee may look like it has very low power for a raid, but its melee modifier is 100% and then 95% on the second strike.
And the downswing can be fairly gnarly once you get the hang of it and manage to consistently hit both strikes, both the knee jab and the Ortega slam, so to speak.
Overall, this unit, created with the need of developing a reconnaissance unit to be deployed when there is a high level of Minovsky particle presence. It was equipped with the sensor fins, which were made to nickname it the Flipper. Therefore, they're often referred to as the Flipper sensors. And the backpack, which gives it its unique high-spec armback I say unique, but a very effective high-spec armback plus assault booster combo, is called the Buzz-Norse booster, which is a really interesting thing because, this unit actually has a lot of story behind it, and it's also extremely effective in the game. If you do not mind playing as pretty much a stealth support raid, where you're able to stick at the long range and do a hefty amount of damage, but your melee is still pretty effective, I'd suggest going this unit. You can also very easily counter units such as the Pixie at 400 and the Friedenacht at 350. On top of that, the Zaku Flipper has a very strong variety of skills, and the observational data link combined with its high performance radar level 2 and the precision analysis system allows you to pretty much constantly share the information that you get to your allies at all times, making it a very strong unit to pair up with supports that don't have observational data links, but those supports usually are given other very strong skills. Either way, the general idea, personally for me, with the Zaku Flipper is hit and run tactics. What do you think on that, Sertlade?
Yeah, I could probably summarize it in the same way. Due to its slower ready up time, I usually tend to start with the Sternfrost, or use it as a follow-up after downing a mobile suit. So when it gets up, it eats the Sternfrost, and yeah, I can wall up it again. So yeah, that's the general game plan.
Overall, this unit is extremely effective even in higher costs. So if you manage to master it, I'd suggest trying it out to use it at least, especially with its jamming and stealth and anti-stealth and anti-jamming. That unit can certainly cause havoc on the enemy team, regardless of what many may think of it the moment they see it. Yeah, the unit on its own, I'm sorry, but its camera head does look goofy in comparison to the average Zaku head that we get to see, and the menacing mono eye that the moment you hear it, you think, huh, that's gonna be an interesting one.
Yep.
And yet, this unit always surprises us as always. Just like in GBO2, every unit over time surprises us. Wouldn't you say?
Yes. And you wanna hear something interesting?
Hmm.
The MSV run that the Zaku Flipper was first featured in ran roughly at the same time as the show Armored Trooper Votoms did, and both the Standing Tortoise, which is a mech in Votoms that has the exact same face camera, as well as the Zaku Flipper, were designed by Kunio Okawara. So you basically have the same school of thought applied to different machines, and both of which look really nice. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there as an interesting interjection, so to speak.
That is an interesting little factoid, I'd say. Either way, I'd say that we pretty much covered the unit. It's a good way to look at things on a paper. For those interested, I will over time make this kind of papers right here where they quickly explain and sum up the mobile suit. I might even add the explanation of how their melee combos work and everything. You know, like for an example, neutral swing to back swing gives you 195% of your total damage, because just in case those who don't know that, usually performing multiple strikes makes the next strike do a little less damage, but very often it's better to do neutral into back or a neutral side back because you build up multiple hits. Do not hesitate to hit all of your strikes if you find the opportunity. Doing just a stun and a backswing honestly just becomes you giving your opponent diaphragm some time to breathe. Wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Regardless, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this little interjection to your day, I guess you could call it. We're gonna head out. Have a great day as always, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Talos, signing out.
Signing out.
Have a good day, people.
Yep.